always like to talk about relationships.
Right.
Yeah, it's not scripted. That's how it happens.
Yeah. I love our show. I love us. I love us.
Black people.
Right. I love it. It smells like black people in
It
here.
smells like black people.
And marijuana.
Yes.
Looks like right. So you do have an album coming out July 4th. What's the name of it?
The One.
The One.
The One.
And why is it called The One? Tell us what like your message is and everything, because we weren't able to touch on that
right
the last time because it was like 2-minute episode. Go on, let us know.
The One, man. I feel like I'm the one. I feel like I'm weaving again like through a matrix. You know what I mean? It's a lot of distractions. There's a lot of things that try to take us off of what we trying to do, who we trying to be. And I feel like I'm somebody that just gonna shed light on that. I feel like I'm somebody who's aware of those things, and I'm trying to get somewhere and do something, and I see the things that try to take you off of that. So I wanna, as I'm going, give people the motivation, inspiration, and the light to do their thing and to escape those things. Like when I talk about the Matrix, when you watch the Matrix, you see the agents. And I had somebody laughing the other day, but it was real because I told them, the agents are the haters. The agents are those people that's close to you, that's that keep bugging you, that's draining your energy, that's trying to take you off of what you're doing. You know what I mean? That's trying to stop you from giving other people light. You know what I mean? Whether it's people in like higher rankings and stuff like that. So, I feel like I'm just the one to spread some light, man. I feel like I'm the one to break the generational curses in my family, in my environment that I grew up in. I feel like I'm the one to just give that person or those people what they need. It's about self-confidence, self-love, and just motivating people. But making your presence felt. That's the whole thing with Team Ghostly, my brand and my label, is making your presence felt, having that value in yourself and what you do that somebody's going to feel it. You know what I mean?
This is our second time recently because we had it with Cash. I love seeing it, a black man speak about himself
in a positive light.
Right. And claiming who you are. I think that some people, we know who we are, we feel that we have something, but society, the world has made us believe that speaking highly of yourself is being cocky, is being conceited.
Right. But who says that though? It depends on who you speak to about that, whether they feel like that's being cocky or confident.
I think the majority of the world feels that way. Like, especially with black men. Like, black men aren't supposed to speak highly of themselves. You're not supposed to call yourself a king. You only supposed to refer to yourself as a nigga. You only supposed to put music out that talks about degrading your women. You're only supposed to talk about the drugs that you sold. You're only supposed to talk about the guns that you carry. So to have black men get on our platform and speak about the things that they want to do for their community, the positive messages that they want to send to the children, like I big up y'all because that's going way
against the grain.
Yeah, like I said, that's what I do. I go against the grain.
Feel about when people try to negatively correlate hip hop with negativity, like gun violence and things like that, especially since that's not the type of lyrics and the type of music that you put out.
It's funny because my favorite rappers growing up was the Locks, and they was the hardest ones growing up. So it's funny. But what that told me was because they were my favorite rappers and I really listened to the stuff they were saying, though they were violent a lot, it was it was a lot of gaming, it was a lot of gems, and there was a lot of thoroughness, being yourself. You know what I'm saying? I grew up around the stuff that they rapped about. I grew up around those people. Those were my family, my friends, my homies. People that I was really tight with. So I understood it, but that's why they loved me so much and was so protective of me, because I was myself. You know what I mean? I didn't have to do certain things unless I had to. You know what I mean? So I don't take nothing away from people who make that music. It's just y'all, it's just a matter of like, we gotta do something different. Like, we tired of it, bro. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, that's what I would say to somebody. Like, we just tired of it. Like, what's your story? Like, rap about that. You know what I mean? Like,
I always say this. I always feel like it needs to be a balance. Like, I need my ancestors want to turn up to some ratchet music.
And you know what? That's the dynamic of this project. Is shout out to Ace the Chemist. He produced this whole project. Is these beats and the flows and just the voice is still gonna give you that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna have no choice but to
nod your head. The beats is so fire, and then there's actually a message that goes along with it.
And
like,
I got features with people. I got the streets. Like my features is the street. I took like the people that I'm around. They out there, but they know what I'm doing. So when they spitting on my track, they spitting their story
appropriately.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? And it's hip hop, it's rap, it's good rap, it's hip hop. You know what I'm saying? It's not just for nothing. If my man say that, you know what I mean? These 223s going to leave you this, he telling you that for a reason.
Because he knows.
Just because you trying to run up on us or you trying to play it like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's what this album is going to be, man. It's going to be such a balance of messages of realness and it's nothing soft about the music that I'm making. You know what I mean? And that's what came with the growth from my first album to now. Is just, being more myself, letting that gritty, that edge out, but knowing that I'm still intelligent. I'm not stupid.
I always say to be rappers, and it is crazy that you said it because that Lox is one of your favorite. Because I remember my boyfriend was a little bit older than me in my 20s, and I remember he used to listen to the Lox a lot, all like Rough Riders, all of that. And I remember listening to Jada Kiss. I forget what he was talking about. But I turned to my boyfriend at the time and I was like, yo, to be a rapper, you can't be dumb. Like they
absolutely cannot.
Like they try to make it seem like
they try to dumb it down.
Right.
Make it seem like
but to be the type of rappers like Jada Kiss, like the Lox, like Nipsey, like even Big, because I'm going over Big's lyrics now as an adult.
Right.
And I'm like, yo, like
and he was only 20 years old.
The way he was using the words and like you have to experience life, be able to experience life, put it a story in 4 minutes on a beat, use words.
Make it interesting enough.
And we not talking about it can't back that words.
No.
We talking about real
complex sentences.
Yeah, I remember this white guy at my job. I worked at Harris, and I remember I was like, cause I was growing up. We wasn't allowed to listen to secular music, so I think that's what made me just love hip hop even more because it was like forbidden. So then I had to sneak and listen to it. Right. So I remember being like in my 19 years old, and this white guy was just like, hip hop, anybody can rap. Anybody, it's not anything.
Are you fucking kidding me?
So I said rap. I said you do it. Do it.
Can't even carry a fucking melody. Y'all can't even clap on beat. Stop it.
I was like, do it because
very unseasoned.
Honestly, at the time it was like
ride a beat. It's a lot of people who can't even ride a
beat.
Right.
Me.
Right. When I first started doing music, which was only like, what's this, 2022? It was only 2 years ago. My first EP dropped in 2020. So when I first started doing music, that's one thing that people used to always say, like, yo, you could ride the shit out of a beat. And it was something that I didn't really understand. Like, I'm just trying to make sure it sounds right.
Right.
That's it. Sometimes in one of my raps, I talk about how I don't even know how to count bars. I'm just trying to rap to make sure it sounds good. Right. Like, you know what I mean? And that it's enough in that verse or in that hook. I know how to hear a beat and know, okay, this is that part, this is that part, and all of that. But shit, I'm still learning myself.
That's what it's all about, and everybody is different. You gotta find your way and do it your way because your way is what leads you to your blessings, to you meeting the people that you supposed to meet, being in a situation that if you try to do it like this person or that person, there's a whole room that God got set up for you, but you over here in what's the name's room,
business.
right? Trying
mind your goddamn business.
Go be
That
in your room.
problem.
Right.
At the time, people do not. If you drink your water. You know what I like to say?
Euphoria water. Drink your Euphoria water.
Shout out to Euphoria water.
Drink your Euphoria
water. And mind your business and moisturize.
And moisturize.
The key to life.
We need y'all to send us some moisturizer too, so we can shout that out too. We got
Black owned.
Black owned. Black owned. Oh, all right. So we got 10 minutes on live. It looks like. So go off, Kylie.
So, what would you say is one of your earliest memories that make you think of hip hop? Not necessarily like a group, but something that might have happened, occurred to you when you were a child that made you like.
How about something I used to do?
Go ahead.
Ooh,
So growing up, man, me and my brothers, anytime a video would come on, like Mace and Diddy and Biggie, like More Money, More Problems.
Right.
I was Mace. One brother was Diddy, one brother was Biggie. So every time the video would come on BET, you know what I'm saying, we grab something, oh shit, go here and go. Grab the video and we would perform it while the video was going on. And with that, growing up, I always wanted a karaoke machine.
Oh.
So, but I never was a rapper because coming where I came from, rapping was like, again, the lots. I don't do that shit. Like,
right.
I'm not a rapper. I like it.
You don't dance with the shiny suit guys.
Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not a rapper. But I know good rap and I know good music. So, those are things that made me realize as I got older, damn, this is something that I always loved doing. This is always something that I wanted to do. Yeah, exactly. I love performing. So it was that, man. It was just watching videos and picking up the remote and as the microphone and getting busy. You know what I mean? Thinking that it was my song. And then, you know, grabbing the karaoke machine and wanting to record myself over a beat. So.
Well, how do you think that hip hop has changed your life?
It's allowed me to find a way to express myself. You know what I mean? Like, get my message out and just tell who I am and make my presence felt. You know what I mean? As my motto is, because for real, like most of the times, like I'm quiet, I'm laid back, unless I'm real comfortable with you. You know what I'm saying? That's when I open up more, whatever. You'll start to see different sides of me. But for the most part, I like to just be a fly on the wall. You know what I mean? I'll sit in the back of the class and just be quiet, and then those 4 or 5 people will be like, "Damn, Quise cool as shit," and you know what I mean. Then you'll get a different side of me, but. You know, hip hop just gave me a way to be more vocal. I mean, be more, you know, give more of my personality to the people that I know need it. Because you know what I mean, it's not just about me when I do music though. So, you know what I mean, it just gave me a way to